All right, welcome everyone to the. Why am I here in the intro? Okay, I got a tab open with the live stream.
Yeah.
That's confusing. I'm hearing myself with a delay. All right, guys, welcome. Today we're gonna be trading gold. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be exciting. I'm loading up on my coffee here.
Tell me
Going into the
about
lower time frame, lots of caffeine, lots of trades that can go either way. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I was on Traderlicious stream earlier on today. We were trading EU and a little bit of the DAX, which the DAX trade it didn't really do anything. EU's been playing around all day and it's finally just gone to the area where it would have been take profit. I did close that a bit early. And now we're playing around with a little bit of gold. We've gone long just for the stream, just because obviously it does look long. I'm on the 1 minute time frame now, and we can see if we can get into some nice trades. But that's it.
Yeah. So
Hi
yeah,
everyone. I'm excited for today. Let's see what we can do on the gold market. That's not an asset I typically trade, but it's always exciting to trade gold. I mean, it has an attractiveness not only as an asset, as a physical, tangible asset, but also in trading. Right? When you trade Forex, but you say I trade gold, there's like something special to it, a special sound to it, and that
The sound
translates
of many blown
into
accounts.
yeah, I was gonna say that. How you trade gold? Yeah, you're gonna lose all your hair. Yeah.
But yeah, it's so exciting. I'm excited to see what we can find in the market.
We actually have the master of gold in the chat here, Daniel from our Discord community. He has a wonderful strategy that he uses to trade gold. I think this is the Daniel, and we also have Mark saying, "Where's Daniel, the gold trader?" He's actually right there in the comments. And guys, if you go to the new hub, you can. All right, let's read this joke right here. Okay, well, we're not going to read that out loud, maybe. Okay, that's a good one, though. Maybe a little bit funny. Jonathan promised before he is done with gold. I am done with gold. Gold is not done with me, though. So gold still has unfinished business with me. Looking at, I was just going to bring up my chart, but Alex brought up his, so I think he has something to say here about gold.
No, I was just pulling up the charts. You can.
Right, okay, so let's. I'm just gonna switch over to mine here, and I want to show you what what we're looking at here. So first, I want to zoom out. Here we have the beginning of the year right here, massive push to the upside right here. We're reaching now major resistance. Obviously, we had a range here, broke out of that range, entered the new high time frame range, and we're not testing the highs of this range. So to me, when I look at this, and we can go to the weekly as well, we can mark out maybe if we mark out that low with that wick, you can kind of see how this wick right there kind of goes right in the middle of that zone. So what I'm thinking here is we're at high time frame resistance. It is very bullish, okay? The market obviously very bullish here, and we are. If you look at the weekly time frame here, you look at that high time frame resistance. We are above the middle of this resistance area. I'm thinking, we might want to play around with this level. Maybe a retest of that level. If we get a bounce during the live stream here, that might be a good long up to that level. And we break down. That might be a short because again we are at high time frame resistance. We got to remember though, we have retail sales for the US coming up in about 25 minutes. That's obviously going to affect gold. I'm probably going to open a position and hold it through the news. I'm not going to obviously trade through the news. I'm not going to trade 2 minutes before or after the news, but I'm probably going to start looking at entering a position right in the next few minutes to perhaps hold during that news event. What I usually see though, when you have a high impact news event coming up and there, you get high time frame resistance, I usually like to put in a sell, because I've seen through testing that when you have major news and prices at resistance, that news event will most of the time act as a catalyst for resistance to act as resistance. But that's the chance of that happening is higher if it's the first or second retest. If we look at the daily, this is actually got 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth retest. And I like to say that you should never trust the fourth retest. The fourth retest, after that, the chances of a breakout is very high. The first, the second, good trades. The third, not very good. The fourth and more, very bad probability, low probability of seeing the same reaction over and over again. And I feel like gold, this range, it's been trading in this range for so long now that it's time to break, because usually when a range is obvious, that's the end of the range, you know? What are you guys' thoughts? What are you thinking here? You think we're gonna get just a major breakout here of the higher time frame resistance, or we're gonna get a pullback and retrace?
I'm just looking for, for the next 10 pips or 10 points or whatever, 13 points. I just want the next 13 points and that's it. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we just stay in this range, to be honest. It'd be nice to see, a big volume candle coming out just to take out the top and then come back down to close within the range. And then for us to aim to get into a trade back into the center of the range. And then from there, see what happens.
I would say, if let me get my screen on without going into much detailed analysis. We had a in my system, I had a signal, a buy signal, which even though I don't trade gold, I do follow it because it's very popular, and at some point I do want to start trading it like systematically, all the signals. And in my system, this high is the last TP, right? I could have different TPs which are before that, but this is this last high, which was what is that? That's 2450.20 12 and a half. That's the last TP in my setup. So to me, that's where it's heading. What it's going to do afterwards is difficult to say. I would expect, if you look at the weekly, that it's probably going to go not just going, I mean, on the longer term, right? I mean, not just today, but in the next couple of weeks, probably going to go higher, right? It's still making higher highs on the weekly, and it's not showing any signs, if you look on the weekly, on the daily, any signs of deceleration. And for it to come to go have a breakdown, it needs to decelerate most likely. And if it's not decelerating, then it's probably going to continue. It's going to continue going up. But today is as good as anyone's guess. I don't know. I'm probably going to take out this high by today. I that's my guess. But it's still very, very bullish. So I would expect that price will continue to, proceed higher in the next sessions. That's my expectation.
Yeah, right now, looking at the low time frames, I'm looking at a long. I think we're gonna get a move to the upside here, take out the local highs right there. So I'm gonna be opening a small long position right here on gold, just making sure that everything is good with the risk and everything. Right, so I'm looking here on the 5-minute, and I'm looking for price to come up and reach these highs right here.
Yep.
And that's where I'm going to take profit, and I'm going to exit the trade very soon. I'll share my.
I think I'm getting that take profit right now. Literally the trade that you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'll be sharing my MetaTrader instead. I think that's going to make more sense.
Yeah.
See right here, up around one. Well, I'm thinking I'm just gonna see a small push to the upside here. Take out like that level right there. I think that's
Oh
probably
wait, are
where
you in the same? You're in the same trade?
really
Are you? What are you on? A buy?
a buy.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're in the same. Look at us taking the same trade. See, we literally trade the same, and we have the same problems. It's like
That's a good one. It's got the same problems. Yeah.
oh god.
It's not because of the way we're trading though.
Oh god, and look there it is. Yeah.
Okay,
what
yeah,
we're waiting for.
that's the problem right there.
Problem is, it just doesn't go straight to
We
take.
just have a lot of bearish candles when we entering.
This classed as group trading. This could be classed as group trading, but we do
Yeah.
not know. And I know a lot of people say to me they don't know that they're group trading, but they are definitely copy trading. We're not copy trading in this instance because have you got 5 lots on that?
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa, you're going in. You're warming up strong today. I was like, I'm gonna ease into it, go in with a nice 1 lot, before news. Suddenly I see you 5 lots deep down.
I don't think that's
it's
called
1% though. It's less than 1%.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm risking about 100,
only
like 1600
bucks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, so what I'm seeing right now is obviously yeah, I mean this is
we are getting
we'll see. I mean, I'm looking at 1 minute structure. That's really,
yeah.
I'm combining this with the 5 minute and 1 minute, but really it's the 1 minute structure that I'm looking at. So if I can add some, I'm just terrible at trading view. I mean, MetaTrader, but I'm looking at this level as like price comes below this red line right here, and I'll
navigator showing. Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, that's right though.
Okay. Oh, I thought you had that. Fair enough. I didn't know you wanted your navigator show.
So what if? Yeah, whatever. So price goes below this level, and I'll look to exit the position, and I'll look to TP at around the highs right there on the 1 minute.
On the 15 structure.
Look at you, Alex. This viewer, Alexander. Look at you passing first stage.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Buddy. Congratulations.
But man, that's awesome.
I don't want to burst the bubble, mate. But the hard work only starts from now. So
yeah, definitely.
Stage one. That's the easy part. Now try not to go. Risk to the wall and just go absolutely crazy and try and pass stage 2 quicker than you pass stage 1. That is as well the challenge. So do that.
I think what you want to do now, I think you want to take a break. Yeah, exactly. And you want to congratulate yourself on the win, getting to the next stage and the real stage where it really starts to matter. And now I think it's way more important to actually focus on your trading psychology, because you know that you're trading a system that works. You passed the first stage, so you know what you're doing works. Now you need to make sure that you keep on doing that, and that is the reason why trading is so hard, right? It's so difficult to actually manage the emotions and making sure that you're doing the exact same thing as you did. Because trust me, a lot of people they pass the first phase, and rather quickly after that they lose the account because of the greed and euphoria and all the positive emotions of actually passing the challenge. So make it very easy. Don't be fearful, but maybe take a break, regain the balance.
I would say, if anything, lower your risk. By passing phase 1, you prove that you have profitability. Now you have to prove that you can maintain, you can manage risk and not losing the account, right? You can lose the account even though you're profitable, right? It doesn't have to be while being profitable, you can still lose the account. So what you need to, your next step is now, the next challenge is, can you keep the account? And by that, the best thing to do is to lower your risk and take it easy. Don't rush it.
Should we quickly talk about how we're trading, or how we're going about trading gold? Maybe a quick strategy of what we're looking at. And then
Well, I mean,
we can
this
trade
to
it.
me, I can pull up trading view here, and I'll show you what my
pulling it up. Okay, there you go. You got it up.
Okay, so my overall strategy here. So first, what I want to do is I want to go into and change the visibility here. Maybe have it. What is it? We are on the daily. Yeah. Okay. So hours. I'll go into the 5-minute here. You can see that we have a nice trend. Okay. So you have the blue line, and the gray line is the 20 and the 50 EMA right here, and we have a nice trend. And basically, what I'm looking at is this, this is the trend that I'm looking at. Now it's just roughly what I'm looking at, and you can see that every time you bounce around the cloud, right, the area between the 20 and the 50 EMA. I've also added the fibs from this low to that high, and I see the price also started bouncing off the 50, and it's now creating a range right here. So my idea was to trade from the 20 EMA here up to this range right here. But I'm also thinking that it could very well move up to this level right here, but I think that's not going to happen before the news. So I want to make sure that I actually get out of this trade in some type of profit before the news comes along, and that's in a little bit over 10 minutes, which we're not in the best situation to be in here, but that's my overall thought process on gold. The problem with this type of trading and gold is that you might just see a wick down here and then it starts moving up here, so that's still something I'm working on when trading gold, making sure that I can take the volatility into consideration when trading gold as well.
James, we want to wish you long life, my friend, and we hope to see you back on very, very soon. Okay.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
So what we'll be looking at if we're day trading and we're scalping gold, because we really don't want to do too.
One of the most important thing though of my strategy is coffee, and I forgot about my coffee, so I'll be back in just a minute.
Oh god, you're gonna see him jittering on stream in a minute. Okay, so I'll talk about what I'm looking at, and then we'll pass it over to Victor to look at. So basically, market structure, everything's in line, and then we're going to use divergences as well for confluence and things like that. So obviously, all time frames we're bullish. We've consolidated here, as we can see. So really, we don't really want to be looking for. We're looking for longs. I don't want to hold into any big positions or any positions for long amounts of time, because we're still in an area of all-time highs. We don't know what price is going to do, so we want to be in and out, and we're in a range at the moment. So overall, we're going to use the divergences on the stochastics RSI along with the EMAs, and then just basic market structure. As if we
took profit in my position, by the way.
I can't believe we didn't get into. There you go. Boom. Okay, you've been taken out as well. Where's your MT5, bro? Gosh.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
The MT5. Okay, so we got one win for today's gold trading.
Nice. That's a good move right
we
there.
got two. We got two wins
Nice.
for gold trading today. Nice. Where's DJ Khaled? Where's DJ Khaled?
Look at. I'm gonna show trading view here as well, and I'll show you that I talked about that high, right? If you look at that, it also almost came up and tested that high as well. So it's, you know, I find that this is quite a discretionary way of trading, but you can turn this into a very systematic approach as well. So if I look at this, I look at a trend, right? And I see higher heights and higher lows, and I just try to get an overall feeling for what the direction of the market is. And then I try to get a decent entry. That's the discretionary way of trading this. But you can add two things to this to make it systematic, and that is the stochastics RSI and the bullish engulfing candle. So whenever there is a higher low, you want to see a bullish engulfing candle with a stochastics RSI below 30. So first, what we can do is we can try to look at lows where you have a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, so you have, I mean, this one right here, not a higher low. That's actually a lower low if you compare it with this. You have a higher low and a bullish engulfing candle right here. Got another one right here, and you have, I guess that's an equal low, but you have that one right there as well. Now what we do is we add the stochastics RSI, and we look at which of these three have the stochastics RSI below 30. Now, preferably, you want to have that give us a bull cross as well. You look at that one right there, that's beautiful. Stochastics RSI is below 30 and starting to create a bottom, and you also have a bull cross right there. This one right here, bullish engulfing candle, stochastics below 30. This one right here, stochastics RSI not below 30. And you can also look at the trend. These would have been the best entries. This one, good entry, but not as powerful. So the entry trigger is a bullish engulfing candle with the stochastics RSI below 30, preferably giving you a bull cross as well, but it's not necessarily needed. You enter on the close of the bullish engulfing candle, stops, in this case below the wick or below the candle, and then you're going to TP at wherever the FTA is, so the first trouble area. In this case, you can look at the higher time frames, look at maybe targets higher, and most of the time you'll see that it would be a target like that one. So that's the first entry, and here you could easily have gotten a 0.5 to 1 hour trade. Next one is that one right there, enter on the candle close, and then TP at the highs and EC about 1 hour trade. So it's very, very simple to take a strategy like this that is, from my point of view, quite discretionary the way I'm trading it, but you can also add just certain indicators to give you very clear entry triggers. I do like though that, and guys, I must say, I've been starting reading the book Trading in the Zone daily now. I read like I got a couple of pages in there where it's a few quotes, that kind of like takes me into the right state of mind. And man, I've just been in such a good flow this week. I've only taken one trade, but I'm looking at the markets, and it's easy to say no to setups that are not perfect, if you know what I mean. Do you ever feel like you're looking at the markets? You could take gold here, for example. You're looking at the markets and you feel like an interesting setup, but in the back of your head, you know that you're not supposed to take it. It's not perfect.
I end up taking it anyway.
Yeah, and and I think that's why a lot of people are not profitable, because we take the trades anyway. Like, we would all be much more profitable if we didn't take those trades.
Yes, yeah, I can. I agree. There is actually it's kind of funny or weird that when I'm looking, I'm waiting for my setup and I'm waiting for all the conditions to be met. When one is definitely not met, I'm happy about it because I get resolution. I know this is not mine, and I let it go, and that gives me some kind of a good feeling inside that I'm out of the the guesswork, because this is not one of them. I can move on and look to the next opportunity, and it's something similar to what you're mentioning, by and knowing that you're not supposed to be taking it because it's not over yet, haven't met all the conditions yet, and once it invalidates something or is not able to meet that condition no longer, then you can take pride, if you will, by not taking that trade, knowing that you just avoided probably something that's going to hamper your your profitability.
Jonathan, go on to inputs for 2-6. Okay, this is just my suggestion. Okay, change K, the fast to 7, and
Wait,
change
I'm
the
gonna
slow.
wait. I'm gonna make a copy. Wait a minute.
That's it. Well, you've just got the default. You've just got the default settings on.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, 7.
Okay, 7 and 10.
Okay.
Okay, that should give you better signals on. Well, it gives me better signals anyway on Divergence. Divergent. Oh God, can't
Nice.
get my word out. But
Interesting.
yeah. Check that out. That is, I use it, and it's, for me, it's a lot better it gives you a lot better signals, especially on MT5. On TradingView, I don't use it. On MT5, for some reason, it's a lot cleaner. If I just pull in my chart, I was speaking to Rich about this earlier as well. Just so these are I can't pull out the settings for some reason because it just doesn't show. But here you go. You've got the oh God, what's the word, man? When you see the price action is doing different from the oscillators. Give me the word.
Divergence.
Divergence. Thank you very much. Thank you, Victor. Victor is always there to protect me.
You just said
always
that word,
there to
didn't you? Like 2 minutes
Did I
ago.
just say that? Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. God, mate, I had
Divergence.
two pizzas last night. I'm one for not eating too much carbs. I had 2 full round pizzas, family size pizzas. I can't think today. People are saying I look tired. I'm all puffy. This is why, as part of us as our traders, we have to eat good, not eat.
Oh, that was
crap.
hot. That
And
coffee
there you
was
go.
way
You
too
shouldn't
warm.
drink hot coffee. So anyway, you got Divergence on here. With these settings, you see you got these. You got higher highs on the price, and then you got like Divergence on the oscillators. You see the higher high, the highest point on here was less momentum than it did to take out for this high, which for me is obviously that would be a really nice trade right there. Engulfing candle, really nice trade. We have this trade right here. Again, we were talking about this in Traderlicious this morning. You've got the higher high on the oscillators, and then you've got on price, you've just got price obviously making a lower low. It just basically shows that price has got no momentum to continue going down. And there you go. You would have had a really nice trade just by waiting for that engulfing candle, which you saw right here. You have taken your fib, engulfing candle, taken your fib to the high, and then you would have got into a really nice trade on the 50, and then you could have got out on the 200 EMA. Super simple
I'm
trading.
just going to pull up the screens here because we have news coming up in 30 minutes. And also a quick question here. What is divergence? Divergence basically means that price action is doing one thing and an indicator is doing the opposite. So you can have a relative strength index indicator telling you that it's bullish, while price tells you it's bearish, which means that momentum is slowing down while price action is moving.
Another way to put it into words is
hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, I think we closed that short in a that long in a good time.
Go long.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait 2 minutes before we take any trades. I would say we want to wait until the 5 minute candles closing. So obviously, it's safe to say that we do have a EU is moving to the downside while the S&P 500 is moving to the upside. We got gold, bearish, Bitcoin, bullish. The Bitcoin and S&P moving bullishly while gold and EU is moving to the downside. Interesting, very, very interesting scenario. And of course, we're treating gold this time around. So look at that, look at that 5-minute wick right there, coming right into the reload zone, stopping on the 0.786 right there. Obviously, I'm looking for longs here. I'm looking to take this higher, but I want to make sure that I'm not entering too early. We look at the 15 minute as well. We have a support zone right here. That wick came down, hit that level very nicely. We got on the 1 hour. That's a retest of a decent 1 hour level as well.
Do we
Go back
have
to
to only
50.
trade gold in this stream, or can we trade like EU?
What do you
I
want
know
to
some
trade?
gold trading. I really like EU for a short. Now it's hit its weekly close
Open?
on Friday.
I don't know, man.
Well,
I think
it gapped. So obviously the weekly close on Friday, it's tapped that, and I wouldn't mind looking for a short.
and I think we can trade whatever we want, but we want to make sure that we focus on gold. If you do take a trade on EU, then we go right back to gold and we start. We want to. I want to see Victor take some scalps
Yeah.
on gold.
Yeah, Vic, get your
Yeah, I'm
Get the
the thing
chart
is
up.
let me put my chart. I'm currently looking EU because of course I look at the at EU all the time, and it just reacted to that entry order block on the 5-minute, which is within a much bigger H4 and H2 order block. So this is the area, the structure it needs to break, and I am in a short position right now, which I took yesterday. So I'm still holding for a bigger breakdown, and I'm very eager to see if it's going to go much lower. And what I want to see is, I don't want it to be following the script of the quasi, which is coming back into these demand area and moving away from them. And that would be the reversal pattern, the long reversal pattern. I would like to see that break down and be invalidated, and that first initial response or reaction to the news is what you want to be seeing. You want it, the first reaction to be in that intended direction. So that looks promising, but we'll have to see later how it progresses. I'm just going to hold through it since I don't have a signal, and I'm not going to I don't have a single long yet on EU. But for gold, what I would like to see is, I would like to see, if I'm going to be scalping, I want the higher time frames to support me. Of course, I'm not going to be looking at the H4, right? I do that for my intraday trades, for my day trades, but I at least want to see some kind of, you want to be buying in a demand area, right? You want to be selling in a supply zone. And so what I want to see is, I want to be getting longs from these kind of areas. But of course, on the lower time frames, I need to see something similar. So I'm looking for reasons on the, let's say, the 15 minutes or so. I don't use the EMAs, although I have them on my terminal. I don't use them for the entries. And what I would like to see is some kind of a price action on, let's say, the 15 and also on the 5, that tells me that this area is going to be rejected or is being rejected. And if it does that, then I can take a scalp, let's say, from this area, a small trade. Whether that's going to be a scalp or not, that's much more than just a scalp. But that would be something that I would be trading, like reacting from this area to another structure, be it a just invalidated bullish structure, which is this M15 order block, which we know price, once it breaks it, a lot of the times it goes back to it and it uses it as supply. So that would be one idea that I could be doing, I could be using, or simply it forms some kind of bullish order block here, and or bearish structure, I should say. So a bearish order block, and then comes back to retest it in its way going down, right? if it does something like this and it leaves a bearish order block, that's going to be something that I could be trading, and I'm trying to catch something like that, like just one move to perhaps that these swing lows that haven't been broken yet. So that would be something that those are the idea. So looking for, small reversals in a demand area, right? So going long on that. Very simple, just supply and demand.
Yeah, I did get short when just at the 3-minute mark of the news. So I did get that move. As soon as I saw price kind of did that and then come back down, I got into the position, and then when it came back, it did this little move. I got into the second position there with the stop above the high. On the 5-minute, it's broken the EMAs. We've got this massive, gap here of just price, where I wouldn't be surprised for it to fill. You've got the 200 EMA here. We did have divergence as well. Let's go on the 15. Now the 15 and everything is, now we're in a downtrend on the oscillators, on the Scalping oscillator. I think this is going to be a nice trade. I think we caught a nice one.
All right, so you actually sold that.
I actually sold that, yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Oof. Flying.
That is looking
Wouldn't it be
good.
Wouldn't it be gutting if it just found support now and just went all the way back up?
Well, I would. I would use TP.
That's a reaction. We just saw that reaction, how it bumped over that structure, which is the bullish structure. I don't know if you guys noticed it. It just
Where
a
was
few
that,
fraction of a
5 minute. Oh my gosh.
It was on the 1 minute. You can see, but
I
on
would
the
just TP right there. Like that's what I would do, because it's gonna come back. That's what I'm thinking.
what I'm if you guys notice, if you record price action, and you see that we had a let me put my screen on. This is what I mean. When we were at this lower border of that bullish structure, and as soon as it tripped over, there was an impulsive move down, and that to me is, and it didn't come back, and it closed below, right? That's an indication that at least in the lower time frames, it broke that and it wasn't able to be respected, and that's something that I use when I scalp. Right, so I see how it reacts to this. It shouldn't be closing below that on any time frames. And if it does it on the 1, I want to see what it does on the 3-minute. Does it close it on the 3-minute as well? What did it do on the 5-minute? Right, and I'll let the price tell me if it's going to break it or not by doing it on the lower time frames first. And what I see is that it hasn't closed yet, but that could be the test in 40 seconds. But there was a little influx of sellers or stop losses being taken, something like that. But you could see the tape going much faster for a few seconds, or actually a fraction of a second. So I'm waiting for price to come back.
I wanted to close.
Yeah, I'm going long here.
That's a good idea, but I
wouldn't be surprised.
I would be waiting.
I wait till the 5 minutes to close and then probably get into the long.
Exactly.
You got 3 seconds. 2.
This is a massive 15-minute candle right here.
There you go.
I wouldn't go long that. I wouldn't go long, not at this moment. In any case, this to me is a.
I'm long.
Oh God! God.
If the
yeah, oh, there you go.
What it is.
There we go, buddy.
Take it back up, run it back.
The fact that it closed there, even if it's on the 5-minute, didn't invalidate the H1 yet, but the fact that it closed there, to me, is a sell signal, and I want it to come much higher so that I can take my short, because I'm going to go short.
That is. like that is a terrible candle to go long. Like
No, I don't think it is, to be honest, mate. I don't think it is. You've had a massive wash of price. It's hit
Yep.
an area now where everybody's got their stops. You've got the 200 EMA on the 5 minute. This is natural for it now just to retrace a little bit, give a little bit more, people taking profits and stuff, price to come up, maybe hit the 50s and then continue down. This is really not a bad place to be long. But I'm going to sit in the short as well because that is
my TP is 435. 435. I'm gonna do 2.
Yeah, that's good. That's a nice scalp on there. Really nice. Why? What's BTC doing? People are screaming BTC. What's BTC? Wow. BTC holding, pumping.
Yeah, that's the long right there.
That's
That it's
Look.
whose
quite
screen was
seriously.
okay.
Right there. So I'm just waiting for that small move to the upside right
Nice.
there.
Yep. Actually, there is I don't like to use many time frames to give me. I'll wait for your TP to be hit, then I'll show what I want to show because mine isn't time sensitive.
There you go.
Nice. All right. So it's close.
Nice. This is what I wanted to.
$700 today. That's pretty good. That's guys, like you're watching this and you're thinking like, oh, that's how we make money. Like, listen, we trade for 4 hours more, we're gonna blow the whole account. Okay, so you
No,
you
we're
trade
not.
like this. No, you're not supposed to be trading like this, right?
We trade for 4 hours more. We're blowing the account. How much of an exaggeration is that?
What I wanted to show was
it hit that TP and like straight reversed.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
What
Nice.
I wanted to show was where you got in was basically that low of that candle, and when I don't like to use many time frames because you can get drowned in structures, right? You got to have rules to keep it simple and clean, and you're not going to be seeing everything by doing that. You're limiting only the H1 etc or M15 if you're going to lower time frames. But the area you entered was just that there was a structure there where it reacted to, right? To me, that's not coincidence that it reacted right in front of that. Right, it did. This is the M13, 30, by the way. But I don't use this. And it's not. You have to limit yourself into, as what I said, how many time frames you're going to be looking at. But it makes a lot of sense what it did right there because of that time frame. I mean that structure. I'm going to be waiting for this is not an entry, just an order block. I'm going to be waiting for some kind of supply zone that it comes back as it is going down to take a short, right? So I want to be going perhaps this order block, perhaps something else if it does that in the coming price.
Let's go back and let's have a look and see what it's doing. The 15-minute has got 22 seconds to actually do anything. It's probably going to close. We're going to have a nice, the next candle is going to probably open a bit higher and then come down. That's what I think is going to happen anyway. There you go.
I think this is a good comment right here. I think for a lot of people, I mean, what you have to do is you have to be in trading. You need to be a specialist, right? In like I have specialists in different fields. You want to be a specialist at trading certain time frames or certain strategies, right? So when you look at the 4 hour, you've just what emails are looking at, right? And but one thing you could be doing is in trading view, you have the option of there's indicators where you can actually, I'll show my screen here. I think it's pretty, it's quite good. So you have something called, if you search for higher time frame, you can search for higher time, then you have something called higher time frame EMA. So let's say you're trading based on the, let's say you found good success with the 4-hour EMA. So you see that on the 4-hour, the price likes to react to the 20 EMA, but not on the 1-hour. Okay, so you have good success on the 4-hour. Price is reacting to the 4-hour EMAs very nicely, but not on the 1-hour. But you usually enter on the 1-hour or lower. But that obviously creates a problem, because then when you go into the 1-hour, then you have a new EMA. What you can use is you can have this tool right here, which will give you the 4-hour EMA on the 1-hour as well. You have on the, so this is the 4-hour, right? That's the EMA on the 4-hour. If you go into the 1-hour, that's still going to be the 4-hour EMA. Same thing on the 15-minute. So it's actually quite a good tool you can use. And I use it to make sure that if I have, for example, this indicator on, I can have two daily moving averages on. And that's going to look like this. You can have the daily 20, and then you have the daily 50. When you're on the 4-hour, you have the 20 EMAs, right? The 20 and the 50 EMA and the 4-hour. And these daily EMAs are going to be on the chart, whatever time frame you're looking at. And this is to make sure that you're trading with the higher time frames. So if your system is based on, for example, only go long when price is above the daily 20 EMA, it's pretty nice to know where the daily 20 EMA is on whatever time frame you're watching. So if you're on the 1 minute, you can easily see that, you know, the daily EMAs are here, and this is the 20 and this is the 50. So you know that overall the daily time frame according to the EMAs are bullish. So you're trading with the overall high time frame trend. So that's just a tip if you think it's confusing with all the EMAs and all time frames.
I'll just add to that. When you're trading EMAs, depending on what time frame you're looking at, just look at them as, again, only dynamic support and resistance. They're basically, you know, price is the train and the EMAs are the stopping points. So if you're on a 15-minute time frame, the EMAs, the first EMA is going to be the first stopping point, second EMA, the third, and all of that. So once you get through all of the EMAs, then you're going to go to the next time frame above to see where the stopping points on that time frame. So it all goes through, each time frame has its own stopping points. Once you go through the stopping points on that time frame, then you go to the next time frame to see the stopping points on that time frame. That is the simplest way I can just tell you how I use them. So let's say we got this on gold, okay? We're going to go on to the 1 minute time frame. Price came up, it diverted from, it caused this big gap, this big air. I like to call it air in a lot of these things. It's like a ball, you know, a ball bounces from the EMA. It's got to come back down to hit the EMA again for it to find support. Anyway, I digress. We go through, we've hit the EMA, we blasted through, we go to the next EMA, we go to the next EMA. Fine. All of the EMAs on this time frame have been completed. Now I'm going to go to the 5 minute. Same thing on the 5 minute. Okay. We've had the one EMA has been hit. We found the air in the EMA. That is my first target. My first target is the 5 minute. My second target is going to be the next one. So on and so forth. Now we've hit the 200 EMA on the 5 minute. Now I'm going to go to the 15 minute to see the EMAs on there. And that's all it is. It's going from one station to the next station. And then once you get to the area, then you go to the next time frame to see the stations on that time frame. That is how I use it.
Yes,
I have another trade open on gold. I just want to show that trade while we're when I'm taking the trade. So you can see right here that I'm looking at. So let me first explain just the overall day with the fib placement. So if you look at the 1 hour, we have I look at this as resistance, right? And this is the breakout move. So where did the move originate? It started here. That's the high. So I put the fibs from this low to this high, and you see that the reload zone is right here in nice confluence with the breakout area, and I'm looking to TP on that wick right there, and it's going to become clear why that's TP when I move lower into time frames. Look at me getting stopped out live here, but it doesn't matter. That low right there. So I'm just looking for similar ideas as last time. I'm looking for price to perhaps come a little bit lower and then test that breakout area. As you can see right here, it's a very clear breakout area or the area where price broke down. But let's see what we get right here. It's a 1 hour trade. I'm gonna switch back to Victor while this trade perhaps stops me out, and then we're not gonna talk about that.
Yes, so while I'm waiting for price to come and form some kind of bearish structure to retest. It hasn't done that. It hasn't produced anything. It hasn't come back to, this is on the 15-minute. This is the bearish order block, right? So if you want, that's how I trade. I want price to show me where it wants to go by creating a bearish or bullish structure and then come back to retest it. And that's where I want to be taking the sells on this time frame, right? So we didn't get that on the 15-minute. And on the 5-minute, we haven't done that either. We haven't realized that. What we had was actually much lower time frames. We started forming. That's the minimum I would like to see is on this time frame, the 5, the 3, the 2, it coming back to this area, and I'm still waiting for that. But in the meantime, it started forming all these wicks and then forming that bearish order block. That's one of the signs that it wants to go one direction, right? That's the same concept that I use over and over again. And that's my signal to get in. Since this is not my main strategy, this is just scalping. And I want to have my stop above that area, right? The idea is, as it is coming into those EMAs, that is probably should start continuing to the initial reaction, which is with the news, right? It had a bearish. That's, to me, that's the first thing I see. What the reaction did? What was the initial reaction? And the initial reaction was to the downside. So I want to be, my first idea is, okay, we're going to go down, and I want to be selling as it retests some kind of bearish structure it forms on its way down. And that's what I'm doing. So right now I got in and I put in a second trade as I was seeing it accelerating, and I'm going to be holding it probably to, you can't see it here since I have multiple structures. I'm probably going to be looking to hold it a little bit lower, perhaps in this order block, right? Not the first one, it is already in, but the
what
second
price
one,
level is that? What price?
That's going to be at 28.77.
28.77? No.
Yes, 24, of course.
24, yes.
24. But I mean the last 4 digits.
Whoa. Here we go, flying up for that take profit.
28.71 are the last 4 digits.
Yeah.
All right, I bought some more gold here.
So Glass, you can send an email. I know you can either, depending what it is, if it's a support message, if you need some support, you can send an email to alexander@the5ers.com. If it's something to jump on the trading room and things like that, then you can send one to the trading room, and Jonathan would be, so it seems like it's a support issue. So send an email to me, bud, and I will deal with it. Jonathan, I can't believe you actually bought in this area against me and Victor, and that is what happens when you don't put faith in your friends. You go against your friends.
Wait, you're both selling?
We're both selling, and
that's a bad decision right there to sell. This is clearly a long. Clearly a long.
I can see you're going to be right at some point.
Yeah.
At some point,
This
you know
is
what? Price does go up sometimes. Sometimes it goes up.
no, but I mean, and the bigger picture is that the gold is very bullish. So this is probably short term, right? It's not going to keep on going down forever. Maybe not even the whole day. But right now, I don't see any reason to buy just yet.
No, I can
But
see it. I can see it.
Well, you'll be surprised when it pumps like
No,
right now.
I can see that it could find a little bit of support here, to be honest. So maybe he's right. The credit, mate, is just from the previous account. That was the profits from the previous account. So before
Look
this
at the
was a
1 hour
100K account, and now
20
it's a
EMA.
125K account.
Look at the 1 hour 20 EMA.
Yeah, I got the 1 hour 21 EMA, and it's just literally hit that, and it's now finding support.
Okay, so I'm gonna take profit on the first position soon. We'll show you my MT5 here. See, I'm up 500 on one and down 300 on the one. So I'm gonna take profits on the first one. So I'm up about 650 on that one, which will cover a lot of the a lot of the losses on the previous one. And if we see a rejection here, then I will consider obviously closing the position. And but what I'm seeing right now is obviously we continue higher, and I got my TP up here. So I think we're good.
Wow, how
We're
smug
good.
would you be if price
What
just
do you
goes crazy to the upside now and just goes straight to your TP and just takes
I
us
would
all
be completely relaxed, and I would say, I
yeah,
told you so.
right. Oh,
Yep, look
that'd
at
be
that.
hilarious.
And the thing
Okay,
is,
somebody's got to look at USD CHF. For
Yeah,
how
don't sell that. Like, you're not
March.
supposed to be selling a move like that, in my opinion. And the thing is, if you're asking us for trading advice, chances are that you probably shouldn't take the trade. Okay?
If you're
I
asking
mean,
us for trading advice, we are retail traders, just like you, mate.
no, but I'm not saying like it's a difference. I mean,
I wouldn't. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on the 5 minute.
we can help you guys, create. We can help you guys create strategies, create systems to trade, help you develop systems, help you back test your own systems. But we're not going to be able to tell you if you should take that trade or you should take this trade, because I don't know how you function. From a mental point of view, I don't know what system you're trading. All I can say is, should you take that trade? Yes, you should take the trade if it aligns with your system. It's that simple. Would I take the trade? I'm going to be honest, like it's not a terrible short, okay? But also, after a news event like that, after a move like that, I mean, I don't know. I'm saying this and I'm going along gold just a couple of minutes after the news, So, yeah,
too much conflicting information here, mate. So the best thing to do is just do what you love, and let's hope it.
Unless you're a gambler.
No way. Do what you love, and the rest will follow. Is basically what we can say when we don't know what is going to happen with it.
Yeah. But from my experience, I've been mentoring traders. I've been helping traders for years, and I've talked to a lot of struggling traders. And from my experience, if you have to ask if a setup is good or not, it's 90% of the time it's a bad setup.
That's not.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that gala trade that I was like long to my what you call it? And I was like, you know what, guys? What do you think I should do with this trade? And when you ask that question, you're in problem. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Anyway, that went down 20% after I said I was going to hold it. So if you're asking the question, don't do it to yourself. If you've got to ask that question, that is the time you get out. Wow, we're on fire today, huh?
I'm looking to get out of the gold position if it breaks down lower, but we're in a area where it's likely to it can go either way here. We're now forming a low time frame. Looks like we're forming a low time frame range or a trend here. So if we get above, like if we just see a small move to the upside here on the 1 minute, I'll stay in. But if we continue to break down, I'll have to exit this trade quickly. But I want to show you my screen here, and not that one. I want to show you trading view because that's where I have the analysis. So you can see here that the price comes into the reload zone here, and it's now forming the type of pattern that I like to see. First bounce on the 618, down into the reload zone, above the 618, higher low. If it can form a higher high, this is exactly this type of pattern that I want to see inside the reload zone. I think this looks like a Quasimodo as well, right? Something similar to a Quasimodo, isn't it?
It looks like it, but it's not. It's not.
Yeah, of course not.
It's a fake. It's a fraud. The fraud's the quasi.
Yeah,
Quasimodo.
In order for it to be a Quasimodo, that
he's saying that because he's on the water on his short. This is
no, I'm
a good pattern right here.
Giving back slight profits, but if it does break that high though, then I will get out.
Look at that. Yeah, we're on fire today, Alex. You said it right.
Look at that smug face. I can just tell. I can just just feel it.
It's a Quasimodo. That's a good one. Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. Yo, that deserves some hub credits. That does. A Quasimodo.
Yeah.
We should start doing hub credits for funny comments. The only thing is, we should be doing that, but how do we do it? We need a way of doing it, and I doubt people want to be putting their email in.
Yeah, the problem is as soon as we start doing something like that, we're just gonna be flooded, with comments.
That's true.
Which,
did like the
kind of defeats the whole purpose of.
Oh, Henry, by the way, mate, you got the hub credits for the 100k account in your hub, so you can go in there and check. I don't know if you noticed.
Henry knows a Quasimodo. Yes, that's the thing. That's the condition that is not met for it to be a Quasimodo. Very good. Well done.
Somebody's been paying attention, huh? Damn. It's what we like to see.
Yeah, so if this candle is if this 5-minute candle is closing as a doji candle, what does that tell us about this move?
Nothing.
Is it telling us that it's an indecisive candle on support and it wants to bounce, or?
Yes, I would say I would think it shouldn't be indecisive right now. It should be just going down. So if it's indecisive, that's a reason to reconsider the sell setup. Not necessarily that's a bullish sign, but it means it shouldn't be indecisive.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but then this is a lower low. We now need to see a lower high being put in for it to confirm that it's coming down. At the moment we haven't had that, so let's have a look and see if we can get one of those.
Yeah.
I think I'll make if we break this, then I may shave a little bit off.
Yeah, I think this is the bounce. So I would still say that we could still see a short on gold.
Yeah, you've already got divergence in this area. But that is on a 1 minute. I don't really like doing 1 minute divergences because they're very They're
they're
just
not
all over the
so
place. They're not very
yeah,
reliable at all.
they're not very selective.
No.
They don't tell a lot. They happens
Yeah.
randomly almost as well. So you got to have more science to it.
Yeah.
I
There's got to be
took
better context. You got into another trade?
yeah, no, I got stopped out. So I'm waiting for higher prices to form to see if it's going to take that high or not. One of the trades is still on, not the other one. So I had two stop losses, which is okay. I break down my risk by a lot, right? So it's only $100 each trade for me.
What I would say to this is I would use structure, to be honest, and this is what I'm going to do now. If price breaks above and starts making different structure, bullish structure or whatever, then I'm going to shave a little bit of the position. But at the end of the day, it's all about context. How fast is it going to that level? Is it, there's so many different things. Sometimes, it's the best thing to do maybe is use a 1 to 2 risk to reward, and then you just get out once that's hit. If you want to be doing that, or I don't know. That's a good question though. Would somebody?
So on this question, if you follow our trade, imagine that you're missing out on 3 out of 6 trades, and I have a 50% win rate, and you miss out on all the winners. Like that's a real possibility when following other traders. And honestly, like, no one has ever become profitable by following other people's trades. Otherwise, I wouldn't be trading on my own. I would just follow Alex, So
thank you very much. And I'd be just following you because we basically trade the same way.
yeah, we'd be taking all our losers. Gold is looking good, looking fine.
Yep. Yeah, it broke that structure. It took me out.
Bit of the trade.
It took me out, and I'm looking for that reversal in the direction of the initial move, and I don't have a reason yet where it should be.
I'm just gonna close the trade here. Honestly,
you're loving it. Oh, look at that! You are loving life.
Yeah, man, it's all good. It's pretty. It's a pretty good day. It's a pretty good day.
Oh. There you go.
Pretty good day, man.
Try not to give it all back though, yeah.
I'm gonna
relax now.
After this, I'm just gonna go out with my paddle board and do some swimming. Because if I don't, then
enjoying your profits.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll look at price risk retracing after I sell it. And I think
why did you sell it?
Why I sold it because it went above 1K profit. I'm like, yeah, that's good. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So really, when you see Rich talked about this earlier, he says, if you see money on the floor, you're just gonna pick it up, aren't you? So imagine seeing, you're just walking, you see $300.
No way, I'm not picking that up. I think that it's a reason someone's gonna do something. I'll pick that up.
Well, jump me or whatever, for this example, we're just gonna pretend like we would pick it up, okay?
Okay.
In our trading account, you see 300, 400, 500, and you don't do any. You don't take it. It's weird.
Yeah, but I'm much better at I'm much better at that now. When I switch to a low R system, like much better. Like as soon as I see price moving quickly in my favor, I'm like, yeah, I'll take that trade. I'll take the money right away. If I enter a trade and then immediately starting to move towards my TP, I'm just gonna take profit. I'm just gonna take profit because if I'm able to make $300 or $400 in 30 seconds, to me, it's worth just taking the money and then look for a new trade. because most of the time we enter a trade and then we stay in drawdown for a while and then it starts moving. But if it moves immediately, I'll just take the money. I'll just take the money. It's free money.
Indeed.
It really is.
I
that's what
don't know
trading
if
is all
you should
about,
call it free money, though. I don't agree with that statement, but I agree with you.
It is. I mean, it is, because the market has a certain flow, right? The market has and we as trader, when you're in that flow state of mind, you can literally just grab money you effortlessly, just freely out from the market. So I would actually say that, yeah, it's pretty much free money. Like, I know a lot of you don't agree with this, but if you're trading the right way, if you're trading the way you're supposed to be trading, it is free money, because you're trading effortlessly. You're not even doing anything, because the reason why you don't think it's free money is because you're attaching emotions to it, right? You're attaching emotion to it. You start feeling different things. But if you're trading effortlessly like you should be trading, then it's just free money. You're just grabbing money freely whenever it's available.
I love it. I love how you're getting so emotionally attached to this this point.
Yes. There's no alternative.
It is free. It is free. Free, so much free that's really take. No, but I can see your point, and there's validity to it, where the when the market is giving you much more quicker than it should. I don't apply this, but I can see how you say this is more than average. I'm going to seize this moment, and I can see value to that. However, no trade is free. It doesn't exist. As long as the soon you open a trade, you are taking risk. And if the trade is going to your TP or not, you already took risk. And that's the currency we have as currency. We give in. That's the price we pay. We take risk, and hopefully we get profits. So whenever we close a position, a profit, we paid it by taking risk. And so and that also happens when a lot of traders, they say, well, I'll put it in break even and it's going to be a risk free. Yes, it's risk free from that moment on, but before it wasn't risk free. You were running risk. You were at a point where you were exposing yourself to risk, so you could have lost. You didn't, but you could have, and that's the price. So it's never a free trade, in my opinion. But I can see your point, Jonathan, that you should seize if you see profit and it is beyond what you typically get, like it went very quickly into your direction. I can see how you say this is a special occasion where I need to seize the moment, and I can see that as a very good thing to do. Of course, you need to find the statistics to back that up doing that long term, but I can see that it's a good thing, the good way to go with your respecting profit and not be nonchalant with profits, right? By leaving it on the table and losing it back again,
which is what's just happening right now. Pretty much.
I don't know.
Well, nah, I'm only joking. I'm playing around, but I could have shaved some more off after that big impulse, but we're chilling.
Yeah, I got into I took some losses. I think I'm like 4R down, maybe even 5. And now I took another 2. And if this fails, then I'm going to stop, because it should by now start going my way. And if it didn't, then I just should take that as a market telling me my expectation is not correct.
There's a lot of discussion in the comments here with free money and all of that. Like, obviously you're risking something, right? So it's not free. You know, if you make $100 and you're risking $100 to make that $100, obviously you're risking $100. So it's not free money. But if you look at it from a more, you know, psychological point of view, or even a more, you know, philosophical point of view, you have to view your own trading as, you know, as if you're following your system completely void of any type of emotions, right? And if you view your trading like you're just tapping into the flow of the market and just grabbing money at will, because that's basically what you're doing when you're trading perfectly. All you're doing is just following the system perfectly without any emotions attached. And the risk you are risking, you know that statistically you have a positive expectancy. So what you're actually doing is, on average, you're making money on every trade that you're taking, because every trade that you're taking has a positive expectancy. So it's more about mindset. It's not about looking at the actual numbers like, oh, I'm risking this and I'm moving stops to entry and all of that. Okay. What I'm saying is, it's a perspective, it's a mindset to think that it's almost free money, because you're automatically following a process where you know that long term you're making money, even though you're risking money on one individual trade. That makes sense?
Yeah, I feel
It does.
like that
It does
when I'm
make
using
sense.
my credit card on a night out. I'm like, oh, this is free. I'm like,
For
oh,
that
drinks.
night,
You want a
it
drink,
feels
mate?
like it's
Take
free,
this,
right?
take this. Yeah, you want some food? Okay, yeah, just put it on the magic card. This piece of plastic. Suddenly you get what you want. You know.
Right, you're not listening though, but I do understand what you're saying.
I understand that it's easy, and it's that's something that you need to value by taking it, right? That's
Yeah.
the seed. So I see your point, and it's a valid point.
I mean, today on these gold trades, I'm up, you know, 3K, and
Yeah, I'm gonna close this.
I did like, I basically just looked at the levels. I went long, I went short. There's not really any emotions attached. Well, okay, there's a few emotions I did feel when in drawdown, but but like this is what I'm saying. Like you can't hesitate. You see an idea, and you take it. Like if it makes sense according to the way you're trading in your technical analysis, just take the trade, no hesitation, no fear. You get stopped out, you move on to the next one, and you know, just keep on following that process. And I feel like right now, I mean, we have a you know, some time for the before we're wrapping this up, but after a string of winners like this and being up quite a lot, I think it's very important to
Stop trading.
you know, take a step back and view the markets just like you viewed it when you started.
I agree.
But to me, gold looks like a short. Actually, it looks like we're hitting it. We're coming up to a resistance area, and if we can have a clear rejection at this level, I'm looking at this one right here. So if we can come up here and then start to come lower, a short might be in order here. The problem is though, if you know, go all the way back to the daily like this, you know, this is insanely bullish right here, insanely bullish.
Yes.
But then again, we're at high time frame resistance. But yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a possible short here, and we can have a wide stop loss, right? We can, if we enter here, we can have, I might just look for a, you know, trade down here, and you can have a very wide stop loss, even all the way up here, and I would still have a half an hour profit on that one. So a trade like this is why I like to have very wide stop losses, because I can adjust. Like if you have a move like this, obviously I'll close the trade, and this trade will then be half an hour loser. So while I'm risking half an hour on this trade, or if while I'm, you know, entering the trade with 1 hour, I'm not really risking 1 hour. I'm only risking 1 hour if something uncertain happened, like a big wick up here, you know. So it's actually more like a 1 hour trade. but I'm just putting that stop loss in to make sure that I have a mental stop, but also a hard stop.
Well, that trade actually took it out of me. I don't know why. Weird. You know when you like in a trade sometimes and you come out and it's just like, wow, that was kind of like quite tiring. Trading's tiring, man. I don't care what anybody says. Trading is tiring.
It shouldn't be though.
It shouldn't be,
definitely. It shouldn't be. I don't know.
but it is a lot of times, yeah.
I think if you feel that way, you're looking at price action too often,
or you're too invested in that one single trade. You shouldn't be.
What I find is very beneficial in those scenarios is I enter the trade and then I put in the stop loss and TP, and then I put in alerts on TradingView with messages like if one level gets hit, I get a message and a notification, and I got my smartwatch, right? So I get everything on the watch. It's very easy to see. So I might have a notification that says look for an exit or market structure broken or something like that. So if I utilize the TradingView's alert system, I don't have to look at the screen. And I find that the more I look at the screen, the more I follow price action tick by tick, the more tired I'm going to become, because every price movement is going to affect me, right? It's I can't find the English word, but
that's tiring. If you're going up and down all the time with price.
It's like we just stopped moving.
Yeah.
No,
like, everything just got really.
I think we're in that pivotal moment where it switches back to bullish if it keeps on going higher, and I think that's why you have this like slowing down, deceleration from this retracement after the news reaction. And because if now it switches back to bearish, it's going to accelerate to the downside. So I think
sorry,
but it may just continue, and if that's the case, it's going to keep on climbing. And we are a little bit higher than 50% of what it did since from the news, right? So we're I don't know your reload zone, Jonathan. I don't know if it's got to 61 yet, but or was it 61.8, right? Your zone starts. So I don't know if it hit it already, but it should be very close to your reload zone for a short.
Yeah.
So I think Harris said if USD CHF is short, so I do think it's actually short. Yeah.
USD CHF. Yeah, I mean it hit resistance. It's starting to come down. Maybe down to 89.6 would be a good area.
Let's put a fib on quickly, not a fib.
Okay, switching back to the bearish side, gold. That 1 minute candle is making some bigger candles instead of compared to the other ones, right? As it was going into that area, the candles were very, very much smaller, and now it seems like this next candle is going to be a bigger candle. If that happens, that's a indication of acceleration, but it needs to have follow through. So not just stay here and come back, but really have follow through. So close perhaps around this. This is the 50 EMA on the 1 minute, and the red one is the 13 EMA on the 1 minute. So if it needs to push much lower, have that follow through, then we can know it reverse and switch back to bearish. To me, if you look at the 5 minute, it is now using this order block, right, on the 5 minute as support, right? And that's, to me, that's the line it needs to break. I'll make this bigger. It needs to break this order block on the 5 minute. If it does that to me is the sign that it's probably going to go much lower and even lower than the low it put in before, or not before, but the day's low, the current day's low. Get that
Gold
on the
is
1 minute.
very bullish though. It's
It is
moving
on the higher time
very
frames. It is
bullishly.
very, very bullish. So we
Yeah,
are.
I'd say even on the lower time frames here, I'm looking at 1 minute, it's bouncing quite nicely. It's creating, I mean, higher highs, higher lows. It's
Yeah, I can see that. You can see on the 5 minute, on the 15 minute, it formed a bullish order block, and on the 5 minute,
Yeah.
it has. This is the first one. It didn't have one before, but that's a bullish sign. And if it closes right this one as well, then it's probably gonna continue. At least that's what it's telling me, right? Continue on going higher.
By the way, guys, let us know in the comments if I know that a lot of you are gold traders. You obviously like our live streams here where we focus on gold. Is there any other asset or any other pair that you would like us to have a focused session like this one? Just let us know.
Oh,
in the...
do not say, please do not say like S&P 500 on NAS. None of us trade
whatever
that.
you like. Whatever you like, put it in the comments. We know what people are going to comment now, though.
Coffee. That's what we should be trading. We should be.
Yeah. Have you seen apple juice, like juice or whatever that's called?
Really?
Orange.
Orange juice?
The orange juice futures. Have you seen that?
No, pull that up on the chart. That would be cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
This is the weekly.
Damn, it looks like a altcoin.
Since 2020, it's up 370%.
And there's, yeah.
What's up with that? Okay, we got
not enough oranges in the world.
Apparently, or the weather didn't cooperate with the harvesting.
Nah, but it's been like this for a while, yeah. So we do have a few people saying US 30. We got oil, Bitcoin. I would say
silver. Oof, silver.
You know what? I'd say Bitcoin. We should do a Bitcoin live stream. That would be interesting.
What, like Fred's, I don't really like trading CFD Bitcoin though.
Yeah, okay. Me neither. We could be looking at Bitcoin though, and we could show people how if you're going to be trading Bitcoin on the 5ers, how you should be doing that, because we can talk about the
4 hour.
Yeah, exactly. The 4 hour, talk about the spreads and look at levels and look at. So we could do that. We could do look at Bitcoin, but that's not going to be a very long. Can't do that for long because we're obviously Bitcoin is best traded on the 4 hour, and honestly, like I think Bitcoin is very good in trading the 4 hour on whatever exchange you're on.
Yeah, max trades. We're all out of our shorts actually. We're actually shorting USD CHF now. Yes, please. I find it interesting. I'm actually doing better in it than I have with gold. They trade very similar, to be honest.
Yeah, they do.
BTC and yeah.
You guys remember when everyone was just super bearish on Bitcoin and thought that the market was just dying? And
what was that, me last week?
Yeah, and I was posting like every hour, like I'm buying Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. You want to be buying Bitcoin here, and everyone's like, oh, it's over. It's the end. And like every time that happens, you see people just being fearful. And that's why when you want to be buying Bitcoin, when people are
fearful, it's difficult, man. Because look, I was in pain. I was actually physically incapable of paying attention at work because of...
Yeah, I know, man. And I've been there as well. And the thing is, I've been there many times as well. And I've sold many times in those scenarios. And it's always bouncing. That's the thing. So when I see people, telling me like, oh, I'm in deep drawdown, like I need to sell my altcoins, I'm going to lose it all. That to me is a signal that says, okay, I should be buying because there's a lot of people in pain. which is horrible because I know that you were underwater, and I'm like,
you
yeah,
used me as confidence. God.
kind of like I looked at that, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I told you, like, yeah, if you're in deep drawdown, if you're losing a lot of money, like, cover your ass, cover that position and make sure that you don't lose it all. But I'm gonna be buying.
Mm.
It is a good sign, because that can be a reflection of the rest of the market participants, right? And that's what the market usually does. It takes price where people will be in pain, right? And that's why price action is the way it is. It goes to those, it tests those previous highs, where everyone who shorted that high is going to be in pain if it breaks out, right? So it's a good reflection, I think, if you see what others are, if they are in pain or not, because maybe they're not the only ones, but a lot more people are trapped in at that moment. And there's nothing better for a trader to be entering when others are trapped, right? Because they will be forced to close their position, and if you can identify which side that is, it's going to be an easy trade, or easier than usual.
Yeah. So gold is now coming into the short. Arl said the reload zone here, complement with that breakdown level. Now, obviously, it's very bullish. So going short here is might not be the best case scenario here. We don't want to short one of the strongest trends. Gold has more or less been flying to the upside for the whole of this year, so you probably don't want to be shorting,
Mm-hmm.
But if it gives a signal here, then it gives a signal, and one signal could be this 5-minute candle closing like this, and the next one closing like a bearish engulfing candle. That would be perfect. That's a good short signal for me, but still, you're trading against a high time frame trend.
Yeah, you have to be aware of that, and not try to hold this and be a hero, because you're probably going to be wrong at some point. But certainly, if the market is telling you it wants to go down, then it is for sure valid to be shorting it, right? With the initial move after the news was to the downside, and a lot of times the initial move, it does the initial move and comes back, retraces some part of that initial movement, and then continues in the initial direction. And that could be the case today. We don't know. But you shouldn't be holding that for very long, since, as you rightfully identified or mentioned, gold is very, very, very bullish, right? You don't want to be shorting that for very long.
There you go. That USD.
Wow, look at that reaction. Wow, that's crazy.
USD CHF just smashing up right now, so I'm getting out of there.
Okay, this is not the reaction I was looking for. This is too quick, for me. I'd like to, and this is the problem, when I'm trading lower time frames, I need to be a little bit more, I need to be able to take decisions a bit more, quicker. But this is, why I like the higher time frames, because I have more time to react and I can wait for high time frame candle closes. But now you see that this is, a reaction like this, you see that's a big reaction on the 1 minute. Actually, that's a really good reaction on the 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually enter based on that. See, where's the 5 minute? Okay, so the 5 minute candle actually closed right there. Yeah, I'm taking a sell here on gold right here.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Yeah. Spoke too soon. Ah, that's
Let's see.
that's not really the type of reaction I wanted to see.
Oh god.
But I mean, honestly, I can't win every trade. It's you know.
Yes, you can. No trade is a trade, apparently.
Yeah.
It's funny because free money. There you go, free money.
Henry, you're getting I'm getting you're not getting that account, sorry.
It's too late. I've already given it to him. Just for that
Right.
comment, he's getting another account.
Oh wow.
There is the news formed on the H1, an outside bar, and at 24:40.12, give with some change, it will start getting into that bearish order block, right? So it's going to be interesting how gold is going to, if you put your time frame, your chart on. Maybe I will show mine.
I know I can. Yeah. Show yours.
If you're going to let me show you mine. There. If you look at the left upper corner, you will see that we left a bearish bearish outside bar, and we're now currently getting into that bearish structure, right? So this should be the supply zone of this whole move, right? The whole bearish bar. This is the ignition. This is the ignition area. So I'm keen to see what it's going to do next. Now it's just hitting that point. The open of this bar is let me see if I can see that. That's 40.12, and now it should start slowly decelerating and reversing. If it is going to go down, this should be the moment it starts doing it. And if it doesn't do that, that's also a bullish sign, right? It should, you're expecting something, and depending if it's showing you that which you are expecting and confirms you that it's going to go down, and if it doesn't do that, it means that the opposite is true, right? It's probably going to continue go up, and there was just, whoa, look at that. That's a very nice move. If you see that on the, yep.
Did you go short as well?
Yeah, I went short.
Man, tell you what, we gotta stop over trading. Swear down. We get into some really good positions, make really nice profits, and then just give it all back. It's okay.
Whatever. Let's enter a new trade. No, but yeah, you're right. It's interesting how I said previously I maybe shouldn't short a massive uptrend, and then I shorted a massive uptrend, and the result is one of the strongest bullish candles on the 5-minute, in a while.
All right, so on the lower time frame, it is not at all. It's not showing any signs of deceleration. On the opposite is true. It is actually accelerating, and that was, if you remember, we were talking how price kind of stopped here. That was a little bit above the 15% retracement, and to me, that was the place where if it is going to go down, it probably should have started forming some bearish structures. And if it didn't do that, the only other place is in this order block, right? And that's going to be the test for price to form, tell us whether it wants to do that or not.
Oh, isn't that just my luck? I actually closed that USD CHF early. It didn't even go to my stop, and it's just gone all the way back down. That's me.
You shorted that, did you?
I did. I shorted, and then it came back up, and I was like, okay, it's too powerful. I'm gonna get out early, and then it just comes down. This is a sign for that's it. I'm done for the day. I'm not gonna get into any more trades.
Yeah, the higher time frame looks very never showed any bearish. It never formed any bearish structures. Only on the H1 and M30, which goes to tell you that you shouldn't hold this trade for very long, since you don't have alignment on the higher time frame, right? So you should just go ahead.
Sorry, Victor. I was just gonna. It's very off topic. Okay, people are gonna be annoyed that I say this, but have you seen Pepe? Come on.
Not again.
Oh, mate, honestly, just look at the chart, put it on Trading View, and show me. It's just ridiculous. It's like, tell me that is the most. It's just telling me that it's not going to break its all-time high.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because we got. It's really good. Yeah, look at that. It's a perfect reaction here.
What is that?
I don't know. This it's really weird.
Yeah, price is not.
That's a perfect reaction right there.
Wow, nice. Whoever longed Pepe, that is a beautiful, beautiful trade. If you longed Pepe.
That's a pretty good trade. Yeah, look at my long here on gold.
Very nice.
This level where I said like, yeah, probably it's gonna bounce here, you know. Wow, that's crazy. And of course, I shorted it as well. That's just insane. But that's a pretty decent reaction right there.
That is insane. Wow, gold.
Yeah.
Wow.
We can go back to the daily and we can now see that it's like it really looks like it's about to break out here. Very interesting.
I need a little bit of the coins that I want to get into. I need to see a little bit more. Doge actually, looks actually like a nice coin to get into. Pepe on a retrace. Solana is just still in its in like a triangle kind of pennant type of pattern. ETH, it just looks disgusting, even though it's bullish. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Wow.
Yeah, Bitcoin looks good as well. It's hitting that range EQ, had a nice bounce at the lows here, hitting that resistance. We did see a pullback to this support level, and yeah, it looks like it's going to break out. And if that happens, I think, yeah, it's pretty interesting. By the way, guys, if you're watching this and you haven't liked the video, make sure that you do click that like. It does help us quite a lot.
Well, this will probably be my last stream with you guys for about 2 months as well.
Yeah. So Alex is going away, vacation for 2 months. Can you believe that? 2 months.
Nice.
He said that he's not going to be trading, but we know that's a lie.
No, it's definitely, look, if I see any good positions on crypto for spot, then I'm definitely going to be buying.
Yeah, exactly. 2 months vacation. How much Pepe did he buy? He probably bought a lot of Pepe. Oh man, I bought my son this this RC excavator, and he's just outside the window digging up the ground.
You ever thought about buying him like a little motorbike?
Oh, he has one.
What, like a like a little 50cc?
Yeah,
Oh, wicked! That is
he got
super
it.
sick. How old is he?
Yeah, he's 6.
Yeah, I was about that age when I got like a little scrambler.
Yeah, it's fun, and I bought him like electric John Deere tractor, and he puts the bike on that one, and then drives to wherever he wants to drive the bike.
It's
It's pretty cool.
Uh,
But yeah,
yeah.
he's a bit crazy with it though, so I gotta be like,
But at that age, though, they're like rubber. They break something, it just like bends back. It just like they're like, they can't get hurt.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah, I like, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, no.
mostly the brain. It's mostly the brain you gotta take care of. Make sure that it doesn't screw that one up.
Yeah, man. You'll be seeing him in 10 years.
I mean, you don't want him to,
CFD
start
contracts.
scalping gold or something like that, One of those, But honestly, though, like when you're on vacation, I think it's sometimes, I feel like, I mean, you're gonna have more time to actually look at the markets, probably.
Oh, wow. I'm going to be riding a motorbike, so probably not, I don't think, I got a hammock and a tent as well. I'm just going to be in the wilderness of Europe.
Are you going alone?
So the first half of the trip, I am going to be joined with my father. We're going to be doing Morocco. We're going to be doing Spain, France, Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. And then I'll be going into Italy, and then from there he'll be going back to Spain, and then I'll be going through Italy, and then up into Germany later on. So it's going to take about 2 months for the whole thing.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be swing trading. It's like you're gonna be swing
Yes.
trading.
I was like, definitely, I'm going to transition to daily time frame.
Yeah, man. Just look at support and resistance.
I could see. But what, man? What kind of trades? Though, if I look on the daily, like really, like, actually, if you look on a daily time frame, would you not take a trade off EU short?
Dude, if you want, like, honestly, you want a really good strategy for the daily. It's
Tell me.
Yeah, man, it's so simple. I mean, it depends on the daily close. You gotta stay awake for the daily close, obviously, which shouldn't be a problem, I guess, because you don't have kids, right? So you can stay up late and do whatever you want. But support and resistance, and then you just look at bearish and bullish engulfing candles. If you have the daily in a range, price hits resistance, closes a bearish engulfing candle, you go short, and then you go for 1 hour. Like, it's the reason why I can't trade like that is because I'm not awake at the daily close.
I would love some recommendations if anybody's got any recommendations on where they live, because I see some people from Portugal, others from Morocco, and oh god, don't say gold is dying. That would be absolutely hilarious if gold is dying. No, it's definitely not dying. But if you guys have got any recommendations, definitely send them to my email address, like places where maybe tourists don't get to see, and I'll be able to go there on my travels. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to Pakistan. It's quite far away from where I'm going to be going, but maybe one day.
What's that place called?
Very nice.
What's that
very
place
nice
called
road trip.
It's between France and Spain, up on the north coast. It's like a small, I don't know if it's a country, if it's like
Andorra.
No. It's
In
like
Andorra?
on the border of Spain and France. I think it's part of Spain, but it's like, yeah, it's a Basque.
That's an area, right? That's an area of Spain, isn't it?
Okay, I'm gonna have to write some of these down. So we got. I'm gonna obviously. I think
It's a
Porto
part of
is definitely.
Spain. Basque, yeah, Basque or whatever. It's a part of Spain, or is it like independent? Anyway, that place, yeah, Basque country is Spain region. Dude, that is wonderful place. Such a beautiful place right there. You need to go there.
Yeah, I'll probably be getting myself to Romania if I've got time. So keep going, keep bringing all these lovely ideas, these places.
Going to Romania, make sure you bring Andrew Tate on for a quick crypto trade
gold.
session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's probably got some couple of altcoins he wants to chill us.
Top G for president. Said nobody ever, by the way. Just disclaimer.
Would be interesting though. Okay, guys, I feel like we've transitioned over to a travel blog here. Maybe time to wrap it up.
Oh.
But yeah, guys, this is the last live stream that Alex is going to be in for 2 months. Maybe he'll pop in and say hi or something when he's out on his motorbike. But we'll try not to disturb him unless he wants to come on and talk about Pepe. All right, guys. Tomorrow we have. So tomorrow I'm gonna talk about 2 specific strategies that I've been using in my trading, and it's going to be one where I again try to break down in a very simple way the break and retest with the horizontal levels, and then I'm going to be looking at a trending system using EMA. So it's going to be the break and retest system is the way I'm trading every day, and it's my main system. But then the trend following EMA strategy is similar to the one I talked about here on gold. And I also think it's 2 very simple ways of trading. It's very easy to understand, so definitely tune in tomorrow to see that. And and Alex, I wish you all the best on your travels.
Thank you very much, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. And enjoy the stream, guys. It's gonna be missed. I'm gonna miss it.
You should put in a long order on gold, and then keep it open for the remainder of your journey.
Yeah, that is the worst idea I've ever heard in my life. All-time highs. How much size are we talking about? But no, you're gonna have to teach me maybe before I go just the basic D1 strategy, just so I can maybe play around with that on low risk. See how that works out. Yeah, no, I mean it's wonderful because you can make one decision a day. Like you scan the market once a day, you make one decision a day, and that's it. And if you combine that with the set and forget approach, you don't even have to care about the charts. Maybe when I'll come back, I'll be rich of Pepe. Yeah, and you don't come back because you're way too rich. Yeah, or I have to come back because I've lost all my money on CFD trading. Yeah, either you're going to buy a villa in Italy or you're going to come back completely broke. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care and trade safe. And yeah, take care. All right. Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all, go into the YouTube and check out